If you're not happy with your life, watch this till the end, it will change your perspective. Once upon a time, a crow was feeling miserable about his life. He often wondered why he was destined to be disliked. Wherever he went, people shooed him away, never fed him, and treated him with disdain. One day, overwhelmed with sadness, he perched on a tree and began crying. Below the tree, a wise sage was meditating. A teardrop from the crow fell on the sage's cheek. The sage looked up and saw the crow sobbing. With kindness in his voice, the sage asked, "Why are you crying, dear crow?" The crow replied, "Oh, wise one. My life is full of sorrow. No one appreciates me. I am always pushed away, given nothing to eat, and treated with contempt. Living like this feels worse than death." The sage listened with empathy and said, "Happiness isn't about what you are, but how you perceive yourself. However, if you truly wish to change, tell me what you want to become." The crow hesitated for a moment and then said, "If you truly wish to help me, please turn me into a swan. Swans are admired and loved by all." The sage smiled and said, "Before I grant your wish, visit a swan and ask if he is truly happy. Then return to me." Excited, the crow flew off in search of a swan. He found one gracefully gliding over a lake and approached him. The crow said, "You are so beautiful. Your feathers are as white as snow, and everyone adores you. Surely, you must be the happiest bird in the world." The swan sighed and replied, "You see my beauty, but not my struggles. My feathers may be white, but they lack the vibrant colors of other birds. I feel plain and dull. I believe the parrot must be the happiest bird, after all, it is so colorful and admired." Hearing this, the crow flew away to find a parrot. When he found one, he said, "Oh, parrot. You are so colorful and beautiful. Surely, you must be the happiest bird in the world." The parrot replied, "No, my friend, I am not. People admire my colors, but they also keep me in cages. I always fear being caught and locked away. I believe the peacock is the happiest, he is even more colorful than me." Intrigued, the crow set out to find a peacock. After searching for a while, he finally saw one in a zoo. Hundreds of people had gathered to admire the peacock's beauty. Once the crowd left, the crow approached the peacock and said, "Dear peacock, you are so beautiful. People travel from far and wide just to see you. Unlike me, who is shunned by everyone, you must be the happiest bird on the planet." The peacock sighed and said, "I always believed I was the most beautiful and admired bird, but because of my beauty, I am trapped in this zoo. People pluck my feathers for decoration, and I live in captivity. I am not happy, my friend." The crow was astonished by the peacock's words. He asked, "If even you are not happy, then who is the happiest bird in the world?" The peacock thought for a moment and said, "I have observed this zoo carefully, and I have realized that the only bird not kept in a cage is you, the crow. People don't try to trap or imprison you. You are free to fly wherever you want. For days, I have been thinking that if I were a crow, I would be truly happy." Hearing this, the crow flew back to the sage. For the first time, he felt grateful to be who he was. He said, "Oh, wise one. I no longer wish to be anyone else. I now understand that happiness comes from appreciating what we have." The sage smiled and said, "In life, we often compare ourselves to others and feel unhappy. We focus on what we lack instead of valuing what we possess. No matter how much you have, if you keep comparing, you will never be content. The happiest person is the one who is grateful for what they already have. So, stop comparing yourself to others. If you do, you will always find a reason to be unhappy. Instead, embrace your uniqueness and appreciate the life you have."